Welcome to the show, y'all. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Ely and Uncle Ron. Let's go. Keep it in 100. Unfiltered. We the radio pundits and we're unfiltered. We gon' give it to you straight. The facts we can debate. But one false move and it's a checkmate. Ay, yes, we the radio pundits and we're Let's go. Hey, what up, though, y'all? This is Ernest J. Lee, and this is Unfiltered with Ernest J. Lee and Uncle Ron. What a great day it is to be alive and well. Every day above ground is a good day. You got to always know and believe that. Every day above ground is a good day. I told you before, if you find yourself going down the wrong way and going down a dead end, then you got to stop, turn around, and make that change. Change is good, y'all. Even when it doesn't feel like it or look like it, it's still good. And let me tell you this, change that doesn't challenge you isn't change at all. That's called fooling yourself. That's being silly. Look, no need in staying the course on the road to nowhere, y'all. If it's not working, then do something about it. Don't cheat yourself out of the wonderful future that God has for you by staying the same and being okay with being status quo. Status quo is average. That's what everybody else does. That's what most people can do. Status quo, just be average. But look, you got to be different, be bold, be courageous. Go after what you want with tenacity and don't take no for an answer. You will thank yourself later when you don't quit, trust me. Well, it's a new week, and that means it's a new round of Unfiltered. This international platform is designed to bring you a variety of topics and shows that are meant to spark seeds of change in your mind that will ultimately translate in you making better decisions with the time that you have here on earth. You only pass through this way once, y'all, so you must make this time count. Walking in your purpose is what life is all about. So don't waste your precious time and energy on dead people and dead situations. Let them go on and just be. You go on and concentrate and focus on you and your vision. Let's not get comfortable with making excuses and being okay with just sitting on the sidelines, complaining and hating on others. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. Being angry ain't gonna get you nowhere. Wondering how they did it ain't gonna get you nowhere. You gotta find the balance and the rhythm of your own life and then get to work. Because time is running, it's moving. So you gotta get moving. So that's why I always say, what's the purpose of having a platform like this if I can't connect with the people? So I want to thank all of you who tune in to Unfiltered week in and week out. We truly appreciate the love and support. This journey has been amazing, and Uncle Ron and I have so much more in store for you. We're going to continue to go higher and higher. So go on and stay connected with us as we continue on this quest of self-help and self-care. Now with that, if you missed any of our past shows, don't trip, y'all. Because our free podcasts are available over several digital platforms, such as Google Play, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, FM, Spreaker.com. I mean, it's on all of them. So just go to the provider of your choice and search the name Ernest J. Lee Unfiltered, and there you'll be instantly connected just like that. So stop right now while you're listening to this show and go and connect with us. Like and subscribe to the Unfiltered podcast and let somebody else know about it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. We have truly covered a variety of great topics over the duration of this show, and we've shared some great information along the way. And I'm very proud of what we've offered to you, the listener. And like I said a minute ago, there's so much more in store. So go on and get connected, y'all. Now, all my regular listeners hear me say this a lot. Information is a tool, and what you choose to do with that tool is up to you. But once you hear something and you know that it has connected with your spirit and your purpose, then it's up to you to receive it and begin to let it marinate in your mind and in your heart. But not only that, y'all, you then must make the necessary adjustments to put it into action. Faith without works is dead. Therefore, gathering information is good. It's good to research. It's good to get your information and your facts. But at some point, you're going to have to implement what you've learned and what you've heard. It's one thing to hear it, but it's an entirely different thing to put it to work. Don't just listen and learn, but go ahead and put it into action. Action is what speaks louder than words. So spring into action. Go forth in power and in faith, y'all. Trust me, you can do it. And I'm excited about this show this week. This is a great show that we have lined up for you this week on Unfiltered. This week, I'm continuing my encouragement tour. That's what I'm calling it, y'all, the encouragement tour. And we're going to talk about this right here. When things go wrong, don't you go with them. When things go wrong, don't you go with them. Yep, you heard me right. So let me say it one more time. When things go wrong, don't you go with them. You have an obligation to stop the bleeding. It's easier said than done, yes, but it can truly be done. Remember, I told you, it's not the time to lose your head. And this is one of those times. Don't be fooled into following things into that horrible pit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Resist the urge. Don't let fear paralyze you. So what you've blown it? So what you've messed up? So what you had an epic fail? So what you've lost a job, a house, a spouse, a business relationship? So what? Yeah, so what? And I'm not crazy. I'm not being insensitive. But the reason that we get stuck in life is because we can't see ourselves past where we are right now. We can't see ourselves past the job. We can't see ourselves past losing the house. We can't see ourselves driving another car. We can't see ourselves without a relationship. Sometimes it's just hard for us to see ourselves past where we are right now. So look, you got to start seeing yourself coming out of this dark time. See yourself free. See yourself truly living your best life, not just posting about it and perpetrating, but see yourself truly living your best life. See yourself better, not bitter. See yourself healthy and whole. See yourself in a better light in the future. So again, when things go wrong, y'all, by all means, do not go with them. Go another way, baby. You know what? Just head out a different way. Just turn the corner. Do something. Drop it and run. It's necessary if you're going to make it out of this season that you find yourself in right now. Seasons change, yes, but sometimes you got to make that season change. You got to go on and just do it. I'm talking to myself as well. I'm encouraging myself because it's time to get free. And not only that, but stay free. I'm my 2023 tones. They're not for sale yet, but I'm working on the patent right now. So just hold on. They're coming soon, Doc. All right. Anyway, look, go ahead and radio and chill with me for this next hour. I promise you, you're going to be energized and encouraged by the time this show is over. So do this. Call a neighbor. Call your best friend, a family member, and let them know that Unfiltered is on the air right now. Call them, text them, FaceTime them, inbox them, slide into their DMs, whatever you got to do. Let them know that we are here and we're getting ready to help somebody today. And if they don't know how to connect, then you let them know how you got on and how you tuned in, and y'all go and tune in and connect together. Help a brother or sister out. All right. Now look, it's time for some music, y'all. Here we go. Let's let Kirk go on and kick us off for this week. Yep, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3. We got the victory. No weapon they throw at me. It ain't gonna work. Don't follow them problems, y'all. Let's go.
I'm doing good. House ain't even paid off. I'm doing good. Should be afraid, but I'm feeling good. All the time you say God is good. Come on. Down. Don't forget who's in control. Walls are falling down. They call it down. Get ready for the new Jericho. You're waiting on God. He's waiting on you. So what you gonna do? Hey, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory. No weapon may grow at me. It won't. You know it won't prosper. Now. Ron, this is crazy. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory. No weapon may grow at me. You know it won't prosper. Now, storms raging. I'm doing good. See the world changing. I'm doing good. I know it's not easy. Life can't defeat me. God is good. God is good. Come down. Don't forget who's in control. Walls are falling down. Get ready for the new Jericho. You're waiting on God. He's waiting on you. With all you've been through, now it's on you. So what you gonna do? Come on. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory. Yes, sir. No weapon may grow at me. You know it won't prosper. Now. Sing. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory. No weapon may grow at me. You know it won't prosper. Now. The battle's not yours. It is the Lord. You keep trying. Try it on your own. You're not that strong. But greater is He that takes up for me. Versus everybody. Soon they will see. My name's Victory. Yeah. My name's Victory. Hey, 1, 2, 3. We got scars, but we're still winners. Sing the anthem. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Get up, we got victory. No weapon may grow at me. It won't. You know it won't prosper. Now. 1, 2, 3. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Get up, we got
See, the reason why you're doing good is because what's ahead of you is greater than all the things that were behind you. And see, you gotta understand that everything was already ordained before you got here for you to do good. See, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the man. God's masterful plan for his children. And that's who you are, baby girl. You God's child. My brother, that's who you are. You gotta understand that all things are working together to good them. That's love the Lord, man. See, that's what I'm with you in this. People say this,
Kirk Franklin right here on Unfiltered. Now look, I'm about to send this out to my family today. Mama, this one is for you. It's a Ernest J. Lee and Spirit of David throwback classic. No matter what just happened, no matter what you're going through, you got to keep on praising God. That's right. Yeah. 2002, y'all. Throwback.
Come on, let's praise and magnify his holy name.
Yep. Sing, Spirit of David.
Just keep on coming. Keep on praising God.
Why?
He is worthy
Of the what?
of the glory
And the honor.
and the honor.
Ooh, yeah.
It belongs to him. He is worthy
Each and every day. Come on.
each and every day.
Give him glory.
Glory.
He deserves your praise. Come on.
He deserves your praise. Lift him higher.
You must do what?
You must exalt his name.
Here we go. Encourage somebody next to you. Tell them this. Come on.
No matter what you're going through, even when the mountains you can't move,
Tell them, just keep.
keep on praising God.
That's it.
He's gonna work it out for you.
Tell them a new season is on the come.
Season is gonna
Stop
come.
complaining. Look at where he already got for you.
Brought you
Come on. Just keep on.
Keep on praising God.
You gotta work until the day is done.
The day is done.
Come on, stop that.
Just keep on praising God.
He's worthy. Come on.
Worthy
Of the glory.
of the glory and the honor.
Ooh, yeah.
It belongs to him.
Yeah.
He is worthy
Each and every day.
every day. Give him glory.
He deserves your praise. Come
He
on.
deserves your praise. Lift him higher.
You must exalt him.
You must exalt his name.
Come on, encourage somebody else by you. Tell them no matter what you're going through. Come on.
No matter what you're going through,
Uh-huh.
the mountains you can't move.
You what?
Just keep on praising God.
He's gonna work it out for you.
Gonna work it out for you.
A new season is gonna come.
Season is gonna come.
Look at what he's already done for you.
Where he's brought you from.
That's it. Just keep.
Keep on praising God.
Gotta work.
Gotta work until the day is
No
done.
matter what you're going through.
No matter what you're going through, even when the mountains you can't move.
You what?
Just keep on praising God.
That's it.
He's gonna work it out for you.
A new season. Come on.
Season is gonna come.
Look at where he brought you
Where
from.
he's brought you from.
Just keep.
Just keep on praising God.
Gotta work.
Gotta work until the day is done. The honor,
Ooh, yeah.
it belongs to him.
That's it. He's worthy.
He's worthy
Each and every day.
each and every day. Give him glory.
He deserves your praise.
He deserves your praise. Lift him higher.
You must do what?
You must exalt his name. The Lord dwells in the midst of the praise. If you give it to him, he will surely make a way. Come on, let's praise and magnify his holy name. The King of Kings, he will never reign.
Put them hands together. Come on. You gotta remember, whatever you're going through on today, he's able to work it out for you. You gotta tell him that you won't stop praising God. You gotta let the devil know him today. Come on, here we go. You gotta keep praising God.
Gotta keep praising God. Keep on praising his name.
Your season is gonna change.
Season is gonna change.
You will what?
You will never be the same.
Just keep on praising God.
Keep on praising God.
Yeah.
Lift his name up higher.
Why?
The devil is a liar.
Tell somebody
Though the Lord dwells in the midst of the praise, and if you give it to him, he will surely make a way.
We the radio pundits and we're unfiltered. Woo, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. I think I done got back saved listening to that. Not because it's my song, but it's something about those songs when when you wrote them, it was stuff that was going on and stuff that was bothering you. Stuff like today, what we're talking about. When things go wrong, you can't go with them. So, I remember when I wrote that song way back in the late 90s. I actually wrote it. It was released in 2002. But that song right there, just keep on praising God. No matter what you're going through, even when the mountains you can't move, just keep on praising God. He's going to work it out for you. A new season is going to come. Look at where he's brought you from. Just keep on praising God. You got to work until the day is done. So that means when things go wrong, you cannot go with them, y'all. And we've all had those days, those months, those years when it seems that there's nothing but problem after problem. They threaten to knock us down and stop us from moving forward. When everything goes wrong, we may be caught unawares. Times like these can blindside us. And that don't even stop us from saying that we should have seen it coming. Maybe we did see it coming, but didn't want to believe it. This can push us into a shame or blame spiral. It may not be pleasant or easy when things go wrong, but there are better ways to make it through. Look, however it happened, you can keep it together when everything seems to be going wrong. You can emerge from difficult situations much wiser and much stronger. A new season is going to come. Look at where he's brought you from. Just keep on praising God and keep on moving forward. So that song right there was prophetic even back then. It still rings true today, because when things go wrong, remember this: it's temporary. Everything is temporary, even this. And your happiness is a result of your approach to life, not what happens to you. Let me say that again. Happiness is a result of how you approach your life, not what happens to you. Remember this: the things, even those things that seem small, that are going right in your life. Think about those things when things go wrong. Think about the people who are in your corner, not the ones that are against you. There's more for you than against you. Word even tells you that if God be for you, he's more than the world against you. So think about those things. Think about what you care about the most and what you can let go of and what you can change and what you can't change. Think about those things. Think about that you will ultimately choose how you react. Remember, we talked about that on the show a few weeks ago. How do you react? How are you going to respond to situations and trials? Think about how you're going to react and what the cost will be if you react the wrong way. Think about this, your resilience in other tough situations. Think about how you came out before. Think about how God brought you out before. Think about how you came through that storm before. Think about how you came through a bad marriage, a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one. Think about how you came through a sickness. Think about all those other times that it seemed tough and it seemed like you couldn't get out, but you made it through anyhow. Listen, bad times don't define you. Where you are right now doesn't define you. Your season that you're living in right now doesn't define you. Your losses don't define you. Your failed businesses don't define you. Your failed marriages don't define you. That job that you lost that got fired from won't define you. Listen, but your approach does define you. How you come back will define you. How you rise up from this will define you. How you look the storm in the eye will define you. Your comeback will define you. Your approach to this, how you respond, is going to define you. Not what happened and what went wrong, because bad times won't define you. And I want to say this too: worrying, anger, complaining, denial, or any of the infinite other ways that we try to circumvent pain when things go wrong won't change the situation. I'm going to say it again: worrying, being angry, complaining, murmuring, denial, or acting like it's not happening. Anything like that. Any way that you try to circumvent this pain, this situation, the things that's happening to you right now, when things go wrong, you can't circumvent it. That won't change the situation, acting like it's not there, acting like there's not an elephant in the room. You got to look it straight in the eye and deal with it. You got to go through the storm. That's just like the eagle. They say the eagle don't run from the storm. The eagle goes straight through the storm. He flies straight through it. Now, how you going to let an eagle outdo you? Think about it. But I don't know about you. I ain't going to walk with no chickens. I'm about to soar with the eagles. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, when things go wrong, don't panic or get too far ahead of yourself. Don't go immediately to blame and criticism and start lashing out, and that causes self-destructive behavior, and you'll start numbing yourself with drugs, alcohol, sex, anything. You'll neglect your needs. You'll ignore your intuition. You'll focus on what should have been or what you should have did instead of what is, and then that'll make you try to control what is ultimately out of your control. Remember, I told you, some stuff you just cannot control. It just is what it is. You'll start reminding yourself about every other terrible thing that has happened to you. I've been there. I've dealt with this before. You'll start thinking about it and overthinking and reminding yourself about what you did wrong before and what you've been through before and how that happened to you. You'll start asking yourself, what if and why me? You'll start having a pity party, without reminding yourself of what's possible and what makes you strong. You'll focus on what others are saying, what others are doing, what others' opinions are. And you can't afford to do that. You can't worry about who you are, your standing or status in the world, and who you're not impressing. Who cares, man? Because when you do all that, it'll cause you to be isolated. And when you're isolated, that's when the enemy can get to you. That's when your mind can get to you. That's when the walls can close in on you. That's when your mind can shut down on you. Your body can shut down on you. And you'll start feeling sick physically. Not just spiritually and mentally, but physically sick. That's what happens when you start going into panic mode, y'all. And that's just not good. So what you need to do is accept the situation. Stick to the present. Live in the now. Rather than worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, focus on what is actually happening right now and what is actually happening in your power to do about it right now. Focus on realistic expectations for yourself and the situation. Differentiate what you can and what you cannot change. Take one step, then another. Like I always say, one day at a time. Even if it's just baby steps, the point is to keep moving. And rather than focusing on the worst case scenario, think instead of what else is possible. Because most of the time, the worst case scenario never really happens. Real talk. The worst case scenario really never happens. So look for the lesson. Challenging situations can often teach us what we have left to learn. Learn the lesson. Don't just bypass it. Don't just act like it's not there. Learn the lesson. Learn what you need to learn. Keep a positive attitude by remaining focused on solutions, skills, and strengths. Focus on what you're good at. Start small. Baby steps. One day at a time. Spend time with the people who support you. Go find that person that you know has got your back. A family member, your mama, your brother, your friends, your auntie, your uncle, whoever it is. Then appreciate things going well. Savor simple pleasures. If you have a good day, say I had a good day. If you had a good minute, say I had a good minute. Try to find hidden gifts in difficult times. And I gotta say this, take care of yourself. You only get one you. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Your health is your wealth. Treat yourself with love and respect. You owe you. Yeah, you owe you. So rejuvenate rather than simply tuning out or unplugging. Don't unplug. Don't get off the grid. Rejuvenate. And I know we don't like to do this, and I'm one of those people, but you got to ask for help sooner rather than later. Don't wait till it gets too bad. Don't wait till you get depressed. Don't wait till you don't feel like coming out the house. Ask for help sooner rather than later. Get a second opinion. Like I said, talk to those who support you. Because sometimes we're too close to a situation to see what it really is. So that's why you need to try to look at the situation from someone else's point of view. And that'll give you a better view of what's really going on. And give yourself time. These things take time. You didn't just get into this overnight. So that means you're not going to get out of it overnight. Give yourself time. And I like what Les Brown said. Find someone else to help while you're in need. See, that'll get the attention off what you're going through and put the attention on something else. And you'll be able to help someone else in need. See, that's what we need to do. Sometimes it's not about us. Hey, get busy with somebody else. Help them. And the last thing I want to say is choose one big goal to work on in order to make a lasting change. Choose one big goal. Something that you know you need to focus on, something that you know that needs to get done. Focus on that. Choose that goal to work on. And I guarantee you, it'll take your mind off of what you're going through right now. Woo, this is some good stuff right here today. I need to pass the offering plate. I keep telling y'all I'm going to give y'all my cash out. Now, look, I'm about to throw it back again. I'm going all the way to the 80s, y'all. Milton Brunson and the Thompson Community Singers, he's keeping me through everything I'm going through all my trials, all my tests. God is keeping me. So that's why I can't give up, y'all. Nope.
We're living in the last days. Men have turned their backs and changed their ways. Sin running rapid all over the land. Like they can say, have come over man. But I don't have to worry. No, no, no. Though the earth may tremble, God I learned to never fail me, yeah. He's keeping me, yeah. God is keeping me, yeah. Never
keeping me. I don't care what you say about it. He's doing his job. It's just up to us to do our job. We have to keep trusting and believing in what he said is true and lean out into our own understanding. But all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct our path. Because you know why? He will meet you at the point of your need today. Commission right here on Unfiltered. Keep it locked, y'all. We're going to stay right here in the 80s. Listen.
Why does life treat you so badly? Although you try to do the thing that's right. And why are you always wanting in your heart or in everyday life? It's my happy privilege to inform you of some great news. You don't have to live as someone who's been abused. He will lead you back at the point of your need. Please don't believe what you hear from the enemy. He will do much more than we ask or think. It's not too high to hear his children's cry. He'll meet you at the point of your need. How can I face the darkness that comes to cast a shadow in my path? And where can I find the strength I need and the courage that it takes for me to last? It may seem impossible to overcome your fears. Jesus knows your heart, and he makes the answers clear. Always keep in mind, he'll be there on time. He's left it up to you to take him
abundance and wealth. Unfiltered. This is Ernest J. Lee, and we're back live right here on Unfiltered with Ernest J. Lee and Uncle Ron. We're talking about today, when things go wrong, don't you go with them. Don't you follow into that dark place. Don't you follow them on the road to nowhere. You got to stop, get yourself together, and understand what it is you're dealing with, so that way you'll know how to fight going forward. Right now, I'm going to play my first clip of the day. This is the great Eric Thomas and Tony Robbins. They're talking about pain. And guess what they're saying? They're saying pain is really your friend. I know people don't like to say that, and I know people don't like to deal with pain. Who does? None of us do. But sometimes that pain is taking you somewhere. Pain can be the bridge to your purpose. Pain is sometimes your friend. My brother, Pastor Janaldo Lee, wrote a great book called The Painkiller, The Prescription for Your Pain. Sometimes God will allow things to happen, not only so he can get the glory, but also to show you that he can be your medicine. He can be your pain medicine today. So listen, check this clip out, and I'll be back with more after this. Pain is your friend.
Listen to me very closely. You got to hear what I'm saying. I've been trying to tell you that pain is temporary. I'm trying to get you to have an understanding that pain is your friend. That pain is going to take you to the next level. Listen to me. I had pain going through. I felt sabotaged. There were some people who I felt they were out to get me. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They wanted me gone. You talk about haters. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm talking about sabotage. I'm talking about pain. I'm talking about, there was days I didn't want to get up. There was days I didn't want to put my clothes on. There was days I didn't want to face the world. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I was blessed because I went through so much pain that pain actually pushed me. You better hear what I'm telling you today. I'm telling you that pain pushed me to prosperity. That pain pushed me to greatness. I'm telling you, you going through pain. I know what you're feeling. I know exactly, because I've been there. I've done that. But you got to work through it. And if you work through your pain, on the other side is a reward. Listen to me. Pain ain't permanent. You better hear what I'm telling you. Your pain ain't permanent. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You're bigger than your pain. You're better than that. And let me tell you something. You're going to work through this. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. You're going to be what you called to be. You're going to have, and you're going to prove to everybody that tried to break you, you're going to prove them wrong. Everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. And if you can get through it, if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you, on the other side is a reward. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. And I'm here to tell you today, if you somebody came in my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt, get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money, because I got it in here. So if you want to make 6 figures, you can't just be talking about you want to make 6 figures. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. So listen to me. Emmett Smith said this at the end of the commercial. Emmett Smith said, all men are created equal. Some work harder in preseason. I'm going to say it again because you might have missed it. All men are created equal. Some work harder in preseason. So that means that there are some people who are going to see the professor, going to see the TA. And even when the professor says, I don't meet with you, my TA meets with you, you say, I don't want to talk to your TA. I don't pay the TA. I pay you to teach me. So you're going to have to find some time to meet me. If I got to meet you at the mall, if I got to meet you at your house, you are going to see me. Listen to me. All men are created equal. Some work hard in preseason. When I went to college, guys were way smarter than me. 4.0s, 3.0s. They went to the Ivy League high schools, came to Oakwood from these great high schools. Most of them are not doing what I'm doing. Why? Because it's not about where you come from. It's about heart. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You got to have heart. That's number one. Watch number two. Number two, catch number two. I wrote it down. I wanted to make sure you got it. It says watch this. We're talking about sacrifice now. The important thing is this. You're right while I'm saying it, because I only have about 3 more minutes. Listen to me. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. That's the number 2 thing. You got to catch that one. To be able to, listen to me, at any moment. Some of you can make sacrifices when Monday Night Football is not on. You can make a sacrifice. But when the game come on, for some reason, you just attach to it. For some of you, when your favorite show come on, you can make sacrifices on Sunday when ain't nothing going on. But when your favorite show comes on Monday, bam, some of you focus until the phone ring, and then you like, I gotta answer it. If I don't answer the phone, I'm gonna die. I'm saying to you today that there are some of you, if you give up your cell phone, you would be successful. But your cell phone is more important to you than your success. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna hurt somebody. Some of you need to give up your cell phone, because the time you spend on your cell phone could be used for your success. The time you could be using to be successful, you're using it on the cell. And the cell phone is not bringing you nothing but a bill. And somebody has told you you couldn't live without it. I'm talking about going deep now, giving up stuff. Watch what it says. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could be. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before. But I dare you to fail in writing for a whole year to see if you can get to the end. I dare you to fail. I dare you to take that same class over and over again. I dare you to stop dropping classes like you soft. Always want to give up. I'm dropping. Why are you dropping? I'm so grateful that the slaves didn't drop and quit. Say, I'm just going to stop. I'm a slave. I'm just going to be a slave. I'm going to quit. Listen to me. The slaves said, we will live because one day we will become.
If you're going to change an area, you do 3 things. Number 1, you focus on it and you get clear and compelling vision for what you want. If your body's not where you want it to be, I tell you there's one simple reason. It's not your focus. No, I focus on it. I focus all the time on how fat I am. No. See, if you focus on crashing into the pole, trying not to, the more you try not to, what you focus on, that's where the energy goes, that's where you go, right? We all know that. But what people tend to do is, I'm saying focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. And not only just focusing on what you want, where you focus and say, well, I'd like to be strong, I'd like to be energetic, I'd like to be fit. It's focusing and making it compelling. You can't just focus on it. You got to create a clear and compelling future in that area that will pull you towards it, so you're not trying to push yourself. If there's an area you're not improving in, think of 3 pillars, if you would. Pillar 1 is get focused and clear. What's compelling? Where are you? Really? And don't lie. Where do you want to be? And make it so compelling you can't help it. When you wake up in the morning, you want to transform this area of your life. So the quality of your life already is better just because you are so excited about what you're after. When you do that with your body or your emotions or your finances or time or any other area, and you start focusing and you're clear, you're going to have energy. You're going to have drive. You're going to start to do something. How do you make sure what you do really work? Is model someone who's already successful. All the tools I've come up with, some I've obviously created, but the foundation came by standing on the shoulders of other giants. I went out and found somebody that's already got the result. Why reinvent the wheel? Success leaves clues. Find the best, figure out what they're doing, do that. Alter it, find your view of it, but start with what already is working rather than starting from scratch and trial and error.
So emotion is in. If we get the right emotion, we can get ourselves to do anything. We can get through it. If you're creative enough, playful enough, fun enough, can you get through to anybody, yes or no? If you don't have the money, but you're creative and determined enough, you find the way. So this is the ultimate resource, but this is not the story that people tell us, right? The story people tell us is a bunch of different stories. They tell us we don't have the resources, but ultimately, decisions shape destiny, which is my focus here. If decisions shape destiny, what determines it is 3 decisions. What are you going to focus on? Right now, you have to decide what you're going to focus on. In this second, consciously or unconsciously, the minute you decide to focus on something, you got to give it a meaning. And whatever that meaning is produces emotion. Is this the end or the beginning? Is God punishing me or rewarding me, or is this the roll of the dice? And emotion then creates what we're going to do, or the action. So think about your own life, the decisions that have shaped your destiny. And that sounds really heavy, but in the last 5 or 10 years, 15 years, haven't there been some decisions you've made that if you made a different decision, your life would be completely different? So the bottom line is maybe it was where to go to work and you met the love of your life there. Maybe it was a career decision. I know the Google geniuses I saw here. I mean, I understand that their decision was to sell their technology at first. What if they made that decision versus to build their own culture? How would the world be different? How would their lives be different? Their impact. The history of our world is these decisions. When a woman stands up and says, no, I won't go to the back of the bus, she didn't just affect her life. That decision shaped our culture. Or someone standing in front of a tank. Psychological strength. That's the difference in human beings that I've seen of the 3 million I've been around. Because that's about my lab. I've had 3 million people from 80 different countries that I've had a chance to interact with over the last 29 years. And after a while, patterns become obvious. You see that South America and Africa maybe connect in a certain way, right? Other people say, oh, that sounds ridiculous. It's simple. So what shapes you? 2 invisible forces, very quickly. 1, state. We all have had times. Have you had a time you did something and after you did it, you thought to yourself, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. It was so stupid. It wasn't your ability, it was your state. Your model of the world is what shapes you long term. Your model of the world is the filter. That's what's shaping us. That's what makes people make decisions. When we want to influence somebody, we gotta know what already influences them. And it's made up of 3 parts, I believe. First, what's your target? What are you after? Which I believe it's not your desires. You can get your desires to goals. How many ever got a goal or desire and thought, is this all there is? How many been there? Say aye. So it's needs we have. I believe there are 6 human needs. Second, once you know what the target that's driving you is, and you uncover it for the truth, you don't form it, you uncover it. Then you find out what's your map, what's the belief systems that are telling you how to get those needs. Some people think the way to get those needs is destroy the world. Some people is to build something, create something, love someone. And then there's the fuel you pick. So very quickly, 6 needs, let me tell you what they are. First one, certainty. Now these are not goals or desires, these are universal. Everyone needs certainty that they can avoid pain and at least be comfortable. Now how do you get it? Control everybody, develop a skill, give up, smoke a cigarette? Well, we go for certainty differently. If we get total certainty, we get what? What do you feel if you're certain? You know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. What would you feel? Bored out of your mind. So God, in her infinite wisdom, gave us a second human need, which is uncertainty. We need variety. Third human need, critical, significance. We all need to feel important, special, unique. You can get it by making more money. You can do it by being more spiritual. You can do it by getting yourself in a situation where you put more tattoos and earrings in places humans don't want to know. Whatever it takes. The fastest way to do this, if you have no background, no culture, and no belief in resources or resourcefulness, is violence. If I put a gun to your head and I live in the hood, instantly I'm significant. 0 to 10, how high? 10. How certain am I you're going to respond to me? 10. Here's what we really need. Connection and love, 4th need. We all want it. Most people settle for connection because love's too scary. Now these first 4 needs, every human finds a way to meet. Even if you lie to yourself, even if you have split personalities. But the last 2 needs, the first 4 needs are called the needs of the personality, is what I call them. The last 2 are the needs of the spirit. And this is where fulfillment comes. You won't get fulfillment from the first 4. You'll figure a way, smoke, drink, do whatever, meet the first 4. But the last 2, number 5, you must grow. We all know the answer here. If you don't grow, you what? If a relationship's not growing, if a business is not growing, if you're not growing, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how many friends you have, how many people love you, you feel like hell. And the reason we grow, I believe, is so we have something to give of value. Because the 6th need is to contribute beyond ourselves. Because we all know, corny as it sounds, the secret of living is giving.
We're keeping it 100, unfiltered, with the radio pundits, and we're unfiltered.
That was some great and powerful stuff right there from Eric Thomas and Tony Robbins. You have to understand that sometimes pain is your friend. He takes the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. So sometimes what you think is not good for you actually is the best thing for you. So when you begin to operate in that mindset and understand that, hey, this just might be the way that God has taken me, you'll begin to sit back and rest. And you know what? You'll say this, one of the old hymns that I love so well. It is well with my soul. How many people really can understand that concept? It is well. No matter what's going on, things that went crazy, people that went crazy, but it is well with my soul. Keep it locked, y'all.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my Lord thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ hath regarded my helpless estate, and hath shed his own blood for my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. My sin, oh, the bliss of this glorious thought. My sin, not in part, but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, oh my soul. It is well with 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 my soul.
We the radio pundits and we're unfiltered. It is well, it is well, it is well with my soul. No matter what's going on, no matter what I think or what I feel or what people say, I have to trust and believe that it is well with my soul. Before we close out for the day, I'm going to play this short clip called Get Through It. Your very life depends on it. So don't just sit there. When things go wrong, don't you go with them. Get through it instead.
See, I think there are three kinds of people. There are winners, people that know who they are, know what they want, know their potential, know what the possibilities for their lives, and they go out and they take life on. And then there are far more other people, and those are the losers in life. They don't know who they are. They've set themselves up to be losers. Circumstances, events, various experiences have shaped this image of themselves. They draw hard times and bad luck to themselves. They feel that it's hopeless and no sense in trying to change it. But then there's another group, and that's who you are. I think you're in this group. And this group are winners who have not discovered the keys that will enable them to unlock some new opportunities for themselves, some new experiences for themselves. These are people who they're winners. They know that they are, but they're out of alignment. They're out of sync with themselves. They just need some twerking, just need some coaching, just need to make some adjustments here and there. Just need to be given an opportunity, just need a little help, a little assistance. And often they're gone. How can you identify these people? Because these people who are winners, who have not discovered the keys that will enable them to tap into their greatness, they're always searching. They're brave. Stormy weather, icy streets, sleet and rain to get there. These people always seeking, going to seminars, going to workshops, reading books, asking questions, trying to find some answers to their lives. These people have what Howard Thurman calls in one of his books entitled, Deep is the Hunger. Now, these people have a deep hunger for a new life. These people, deep down in their souls, they say, God, there's got to be more. This cannot be it for my life. Relatives and their friends look at them weird. They think they're strange. What's wrong with you? Why can't you be satisfied with what you got? Why do you have to have that? Why can't you just settle down? Why do you have to do this? They don't understand. They don't understand. Why would you go out there this kind of weather? They don't understand. They don't understand. There's a deep hunger that must be filled.
No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, problems are going to be a part of your life. In life, you're either going to a storm, right? Are you hearing me? You're on your way to a storm. You are actually in a storm, or you coming out. It's a part of life. So I don't care if you're a star athlete. I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care if you're a CEO of one of the most important companies. I don't care if you're an entertainer. Like, I don't care who you are. We all have problems. What I'm trying to tell you is this, though. Don't be consumed with them. Problems are a part of life, but guess what? They're not life. I want you to focus on your goals. I want you to focus on your solutions. Like, I want you to focus on that dream life that you have. Now, all I'm telling you is stop letting the problems consume you. And that's what I need you to do. I just need you to deal with it, because it's not going to go away. When you get on the other side of the problem, it's everything you dreamed of. I don't care how complex it is. I don't care. What I'm telling you to do is to deal with it. And once you deal with it, once you understand, as long as you are alive, problems are a part of your experience. So you can get through this. You will get through this. You must get through it. You are going to get through this.
You are going to get through this. You're going to win. You're going to come out on top. All you got to do is trust and believe, keep the faith, and never give up. Listen, this has been a great show. I can't add no more to it. I hope you've been encouraged. I hope you've been uplifted. I'll see you next week, same time, same station. I'm Ernest Lee Sr. and Annie Lee's baby boy. My name is Ernest J. Lee, and this has been Unfiltered. I holla. Peace.
I feel a breakthrough coming your way. It's a mighty move of God. It's gonna change your day with signs and wonders, miracles to perform. God is gonna bless you for just holding on. I feel a breakthrough coming your way. It's a mighty move of God. It's a mighty move of God. It's gonna change your day with signs and wonders, miracles to perform. God's gonna bless you. God is gonna bless you. Just holding on. Just hold on. Come on, sing. Just hold on. Change is coming. Oh, I feel it in the air. It's in the atmosphere. Just hold on. Change is coming. Oh, a move of God. A move of God is on the way. Come on, say it. I feel a breakthrough coming your way. It's a mighty move of God. Gonna change your day with signs and wonders, miracles to perform. God's gonna bless you for just holding on. Come on, say it. Just hold on. Change is coming. Lord, I can feel it in the air. Yeah. It's in the atmosphere. Just hold on. A change in your life, yeah. Looking for your midnight to turn to sunshine. Now it's gonna happen. You wait and see, yeah. All things are possible to them that believe. Come on, you say you've been expecting, yeah. Change in your life. Looking for your midnight. Turn to sunshine. Now it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You wait and see. All things are possible. Oh yeah. Them that believe. Just hold on. Change is coming. I can feel it. Feel it in the air. Yeah. It's in the atmosphere. Just hold on. Hold on. Change is coming. I know that a move of God. A move of God. I know that a move of God.